Hi, this is Subhashni, and today we are in the last bit of the basics of Python programming. We're going to look at date time, and we are going to be able to see some dictionary and text functions. So here we are. We've already seen lists and tuples, and today we're going to see dictionaries. As you know, dictionaries are key and value pairs, right? So dictionaries are key and value pairs, and what we want to do is to create a key and a value pair when we especially want to do some sort of data entry activity. So if we have a form on our web page and we want to store that data, temporarily perhaps before it goes and stores into a database, then this is something that we can have. Like here for student roll number one, I've put the name Subhashini, age 41, city Bangalore, and is enrolled is equal to true. Just for demonstration purposes, let's just make this Amrita. And let's rerun this code, and you will notice that the name has changed. So it is telling you that the key name has Amrita, the key age has value 41, city has Bangalore, India, is enrolled as true. Okay. Now I can, just like we were doing in lists, if we want, we can actually print out any part of this. So we want to know student roll number one, what is the name? And we can just run it saying print student roll number one name. It will tell us Amrita, age, it will tell us 41. And suppose we did not have email ID. When you see the above, you realize that email ID is not a field. Perhaps we ask them to fill up email ID in one more form. And therefore, when I say student roll number one, get email, what I find is that it will say that no email was found. Okay, so I could just have stopped here, but what I really want is the system to print and tell me that this email is not found. So I have added one bit saying email not found, right? So what it does is the error, instead of showing none, or the status instead of showing none, shows not found. There is the next thing of adding in the email. So the next perhaps field in the form is email, and here I've added up the email. Okay. And I have also changed. So this is a change that I have done. I have changed the age from 41 to 45. And now I want to print and see what is the latest status. So you can see the name is showing Amrita, the age is updated, and the email ID is also present, right? So the good thing to understand is that if we want to see all the keys in this form, what were the items, which are the keys? We want to see all the values, or we want to see the pairs. We can do it by using simple, English like words. So we just say student roll number one keys, student roll number one values, and student roll number one items, and we will get the output. Okay. So, as I mentioned earlier, Python is a high level language. It's very English like. How you say it in English, it's pretty much likely that that's exactly how you will have to code it. Now, if you want to check if a particular key exists, you can ask that is name present in the student roll number one. So is name in student roll number one, is it true or false? Or print phone in student roll number one. So we know that there was no field called phone that we have got, right? We can add it like we had added email, but currently it is not. So when we say name in student roll number one, it says true, but in phone in student roll number one, it tells you that no. Now, the thing to understand also is that not only your values can be one item, you can also have a list of values. Like over here, student roll number one has subjects, and there's a list of subjects that we have put out there. Okay. So, key and value pairs don't need to, just like in a dictionary where sometimes you have for the same word some multiple meanings. Similarly, here, you can have one key, but you can have multiple values associated with it. If there is a whole series series of lists like this, where like here, name Aditi, name Rahul, and I want to just figure out that for the first student, you can see again the position is like we did it in in a list, right? So we want to check out at the position number one, what is the what is the name? Of course, the position starts with zero, just like in a list. So here you can see it will come out as Rahul. Okay, please go ahead and do the practice. As you know, you have all the things in the Google Drive. Okay, and the description contains the link to the Google Drive. The section here is on basic text. So whatever is a text is anything within two quotation marks. And here you can see it may include special characters as well as it can include numbers and blanks. So the text over here is hello Subhashni, I'm here. And if I want to print this text, I can do so. Okay. I will just show it to you. Here it's printed out that hello Subhashni, I'm here. Again, I want to move out and remove certain things. I want to remove the strip the text of any blanks. So I can just say text strip. If I want all the blanks on the left side done, L strip, and on the right side removed, R strip. Okay, so you can check out that this is how it looks. It looks, as per the place where the blank is, it will remove the blank. Now, it's very easy to change cases also. Uppercase is upper, lower case is lower, but the proper case that we have is called title case. So if I want to just convert any type of text into upper, lower, or title, we can just write the text and ask the system to text upper, text lower, or text title. Okay. Replacement is also very, very easy. We just say text replace hello with hi. Okay, so instead of hello Subhashni, what happens is this will show up as hi Subhashni, I'm here. When you want to split a text into a list, you want to remove all the blanks, and for every word in the string, you want to make it as an item in the list, you can just tell it to split and you can put it out saying what is the delimiter. If you wanted it with a comma and there were commas over here, it would have split it on commas. Okay, so splitting is extremely easy. You can also conversely join it back. So in Excel, you have this option called concatenate, and the join over here for a sentence is actually doing a concatenation. So the first thing that you can see over here is that I want to join the sentence back, which I have split here. This was the sentence. And I want to join the words which had come out of the split. And then I want to see the joined sentence. Okay, so data cleaning is an important skill. It has joined it up again. Um, I want to understand that, is data in the sentence, or does it start with data, or does the sentence end with skill? Any such are logical requests, and it will tell you true or false. If I say datas over here, just to show that it has to be an exact match, you will say it will say false. Okay. So the understanding is for a text to be seen as the same thing, it has to be an exact match. No approximations will work. Okay. If I wanted to concatenate, as you know that I have first name Subhashini, last name Tripathi, and I want to concatenate it with a blank, we can just put it out as a plus also. We had shown you join on top, but here if you just want to do a plus, 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 you can do so. It will give you a concatenation of the words that you have been using. Similarly, over here, you will notice we had seen that you can do certain understandings, that is a certain word part of the sentence that you have, the string that you have over there. Similarly, here I want to understand that is there, are all characters in the string digits? Are all characters letters? Is there white space over there? And what is the length of the string? So the length is, all these functions you will notice are very similar to the list functions. So just go ahead and familiarize yourself with them. Now, after this, what we really want to do is to go and look at the date and time basics. Now, this is extremely important because, especially with the time series data, it is extremely important to be able to work with dates. A lot of sensors will give you where the primary key is a date, right? So in Python, you see Python has a built-in module which is called DateTime, and there are multiple formats. Here you will notice them all. I have tried to put it down. So when it's a capital percentage year, it means 4-digit year. While if it's a small lowercase percentage y, then it shows only the last two dates. Similarly, if you do a percentage m, it shows a padded number with a 0, 7. And if you want the full month name, you do percentage B, you will get it. So this is very easily available on the internet and within the python.org. So go ahead and look it up. I find it that it is not required that we should mug it up. I don't think that we would remember all of it. And over a period of time, as you work on it, you will definitely remember a few most important ones. Now here, when we want today's date, only the date, then, it is better to say today, which is the date of today. But if you want a timestamp, what you do is now, and you will get a timestamp, right? So you have date and time, which is possible. You can see today's date is only in the date format, while in the current date and time that we said, you can see the timestamp. Okay. From whenever you want to work with date and time, from date time, you would want to import in the date and time, and then you would want to start doing some stripping. Okay. So what you do is that you can change a date into a date time, add in the minutes, hours, and seconds over here. Okay, so you will see that this is a date text, which is 1/7/2026, and I want to create a parsing of the date, which is date times, where I want to strip the time. How do I want it? I will take the date text and I would want to showcase it like this. Okay, now obviously percentage capital Y says that the whole year will show. Now, how I want to print this parse date, so you will notice that the output is in the date time date part of it, it is 2026-071, and in the time, because originally the time was not there in the date stamp, it's showing 000000. Okay. If in this is not going to be the way it is when you get data from a sensor, because in a sensor, the it's a time series data. You will definitely have date time completely over there. Yes, so it is very easy. You will notice it is very easy to work with date and time over here. The main thing is only to understand the formats. See, one of the biggest thing that I have found when I do data cleaning is that sometimes the date comes in as a text, and it becomes important for me to parse it open and create a date time so that I can do certain things like subtract, joining date from current date to find out what is the tenure of the customer or an employee in the system, and so on and so forth. So if I have to do something like this, how do we go about it? So the system remains pretty much the same. So if we have we want to create a formatted date, what do? We take the past date too, and we do the strip time. And here you can see percentage D, percentage M, percentage Y. So what are we doing? We are saying that format it as DDMMYYYY. Okay, and print this output. So here you can see that when I do this, I could have formatted it in other ways also. Like here we can say percentage A, percentage B, which says tell me the weekday and the full month. Right. So if it is July, I don't want 0, 7. So here you can see the outcomes over here. You can see that as per the format, it has changed. Okay, so the more important thing is to know where you can go and check what is the format that is available, and that you want in Python. Okay, so with this, I'll close this session. Do go ahead and look it up. I hope it has proved to be useful to you. And we'll get along with the process of doing all our projects in the next video. Do like and subscribe and share, please.